Welcome and hello. My name is Jan. I'm a military veteran turned professional strategist, currently a graduate student studying apologetics at Houston Baptist University. I'm often asked what exactly a strategist does, and the answer is this. I help people make good decisions in their work and in their lives. I've done this work in the military, for political candidates, nonprofits, and just about everything in between. Today, I'm going to teach you the one tool that can help you make sound, defensible, reasoned decisions in your life. Sounds basic, right? The tricky part about making good decisions is that any circumstance that requires you to make a decision has both emotional and rational considerations. So, what are you going to pay more attention to, your head or your heart? This is a continual debate in apologetics as well. Apologetics is defense of the Christian faith, including a belief in God and the nature of God, but also a defense of the value of Christian doctrine and Christian lifestyle. A continual debate exists over whether the best way to convince people of the goodness of God, let alone his existence, is through the heart or the mind. The answer, of course, is both, which is why decision-making is difficult. Decision-making is complicated, especially in modern America, by oversaturation and overstimulation in our environment. We're exhausted, we're overwhelmed by choices, and decision fatigue is a real phenomenon in which you're presented so many choices that you simply cannot make more. You become paralyzed. You use up all of your emotional and intellectual energy picking from hundreds of options of cereal, right? For instance, in your daily grocery run. So when it comes time to, say, pick a car or a house or a spouse or a job, you're just too tired to put any focused thought into the matter. The solution is, as Christian and financial expert Dave Ramsey says, make small decisions fast. Don't think twice about a pack of gum, just pick one. But if you're making one of those bigger decisions, cars, partners, houses, jobs, livelihoods, anything like that, right? Any significant output of resources, then you really need to spend some time, energy, and sustained effort and prayer, especially prayer, in making those decisions. It's also helpful to acknowledge the mass cultural fears, both of missing out and of commitment. If you're always afraid that you're going to miss out on something, it makes it very difficult to actually pick any one thing in any one sector of your life. Modern Americans cry out for clarity and direction. They want to be focused, but they're never taught the skills on how to achieve focus in their decision-making process. Luckily, when I was an undergrad at the United States Naval Academy, I was taught a tool that has informed and guided my decision-making ever since. Welcome to the Decision Matrix. It's one of my favorite things, so you are going to see me get very excited about it. But with that, I'm going to fade to the bottom of your screen so I can show you what a decision matrix is and how to use it. Sit tight, your life is about to change. All right, decision makers, let's rock and roll. The objective of the decision matrix exercise is to enable you to make specific, discrete decisions within a given period of time that are logical, rational, and defensible. So it's just a chart that helps you get all of the thoughts of your mind and your heart onto a piece of paper for comparison and evaluation. So as you see, it's pretty basic here, right? Looks like a spreadsheet. You can keep them on a spreadsheet, actually, on Excel if you're a computer person, or I prefer to handwrite things. When I make a decision matrix, I put it on a piece of paper that I can carry around with me over a period of several days, sometimes even a week, because you'll find that as you go about your day, as you pray and meditate on things that are actually important to you, much will be revealed to you. God will speak to you through this process and guide your decisions through the process. With that, let's dive into construction of a decision matrix. On the horizontal axis go all of your options, and I mean all of them. Even if right off the bat you think that they're bad options, or you think that they aren't going to fit, they're not going to be it does not matter. Put that on the chart. Now, on the vertical axis is where you start to list your considerations. These are all the factors that go into making your decision. Don't worry about racking and stacking them, ranking them in any particular order. Just get them out of your head and out of your heart. Remember, your decision matrix is confidential, so the factors that go into your chart are unique to you and matter to no one but you. Every factor that matters to you goes on this chart. Nothing is too small. It's not your job to judge whether it's too big or too small. It's your job to put it on the chart. And then you simply start filling the chart out for each of your options. Now, what you'll find is that this also helps guide your research to help you make a solid decision. Remember, if you are a Christian, you need to have line items on your vertical axis for what you hear in prayer. Where do you believe that God is directing you? And you need to have another line for what Scripture says. What does Scripture have to say about this decision? A decision matrix works because you will not be overcome by your emotions in reaching your conclusion, but your emotions will be given a seat at the table and given ranking and input, if you will, into your final decision. A decision matrix also helps relationally because it provides a defensible, clear outline of how and why you make the choice that you ultimately make, which matters if you're explaining it to, say, a spouse or children or parents or anyone else who's important in your life. You're going to learn a lot about yourself in this exercise as well because it forces you to nail down and articulate what's actually important to you. These charts work. I am so excited for you as we head into a new year to think about the decisions that lay before you as you build your life in 2021. What are you going to make it and how? Bust out a decision matrix. It's time to get started. For encouragement, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe here at Before You Now on YouTube. We'll be with you every step of the way, and I cannot wait to see what happens. Thanks for being here, and in the meantime, I hope you have a very happy day.